Hello, good morning, and I've seen some good evenings as well. Good evening to you, Australia, New Zealand. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, of course, Eswatini. Hello, Mary's come. Mary's in. Russ is in. I'm
Good
in.
morning.
Vassos. Good morning, everyone. The great big parkrun quiz number 30 something.
38.
Any ideas, Russ? 38. 38. Mary, look how good. Look at yourself in the camera there. Look how quickly. Okay, do it in front of me. In front of me, that way, that way. Look how quickly your lips. If you'd seen her 2 days ago, she looked like a duck, didn't you?
Yeah.
With a very bloody lip. And now you're completely better almost. Hello to Stuart and Nancy and Lee and Paul and Colin and Sarah and Hillary. Thank you not for being not in it. Are you? I noticed that more and more people are being Eswatini. I'm starting to quite like it. Maybe it's a sort of bit of the Christmas spirit sparkling all over me. Should we get through last week's results? Country by country. Norway, only six out of 15. Are you going to do a story today, Mary?
I'm going to do two cards.
2 cards. Lucky us. Good morning, Wickham Rye. Wickham Rye is lovely. Good morning, Carolyn. So Norway 6. You want to be looking at yourselves at Norway a little bit. 6 out of 15. Hello, Reigate Priory. Hello, Mole Valley. I love Mole Valley. I love Reigate Priory. Got married near there. Malaysia, Italy, Ireland, all of these 7s. Germany, Canada, 7 out of 15. Then Australia, 7.7. Russia, Japan, Finland, 8. A couple of 8.5s. New Zealand and UK, 9.4. Eswatini. Not going to minus your 4 points today. I don't know why, but I'm just not gonna. So you keep your 9.4. Eswatini aunts. South Africa 9.6, France and Sweden 10, and joint top Poland and Singapore with 11. That's where you need to go. parkrun.me/quiz 38. Where have we got people? We've got people in Huntingdon and Bridgewater and Kilmarnock and Perry Hall, Reigate Priory again. We've mentioned them already. Coventry. What was last week's Eswatini answer? Best question ever. I don't know. I'll find out for you. Did I not mention it? Hang on. I have all of these. Week 37 questions. Eswatini. More people have now filled in quiz answers from Eswatini than people who have real park run credits in Eswatini. Was that true or false? It was false. It was submitted by Keith and Jenny in East Grinstead. So there you go. It was false. Was that the one you were talking about? Or was it question 15? In Scotland, there is a Jock Trail park run. I think that's the name of a park run in Eswatini. So there were 2 Eswatini questions last week, and they were both false. The answer was false. Anything else? Just through Eswatini. We went on a we had a big Killian Jornet tangent last week, didn't we? We're going to get right through it this week. Russ, if you're ready, should we just do the 30-second cut timer?
Yeah, shall we? This is in record time, isn't it? No messing about today.
No, we're not going to mess about today. We organised, and this is a lovely thing. I think it's probably too late for you all, but you have to do this in sort of late November. But we organised a living advent calendar. So you all decorate your windows. You have like 24 people in your street. All decorate your windows on a certain day where you get organised to do it. If you're married to Caroline, that's easy because she does all the organisation. And our day is today. Only all the stuff we ordered off the internet hasn't arrived. So we have to go and now find stuff, Mary, you and I, to decorate our window because today's our day. And all the others have been awesome on our street. So we've got to do that. So we've got to get to the Christmas decorations shop, I guess. Anyway,
right.
We're going to be very quick. Parkrun.me/quiz 38. Last orders. Here's your 30-second timer. Here we go then. Here we go. A couple of corrections, obviously. Well, one correction. This wouldn't be the great big parkrun quiz if we didn't have the odd mistake. And I've already made one. Jock Trail is not in Eswatini. It is in, Russ, any guesses?
South Africa.
It's near Eswatini. Yes, it's in South Africa. There you go. And some interesting stuff for you. Are you ready? Parkrun restarted in South Australia this morning. Last night, our time. This morning, South Australia time. So over 250 events worldwide today. So that's great. And junior parkrun restarting, Mary. Junior parkrun restarting. Touch wood. Find some wood. Well, that'll do. Paper's wood. Next month, we hope. Yes, we still hope. Russ?
Hopefully,
Yeah.
towards the end of January. Yeah.
Towards the end of January.
I'm touching 2 woods.
You're touching 2 woods. That's excellent. Well, I think that'll definitely happen then because Mary's touching 2 woods. Ready, everyone? parkrun.me/quiz38. We are away. I've got to be a bit quiet this morning because my daughter Emily is doing some kind of student-y UN debate upstairs. She's representing Yemen and she's exactly there. And she's already texted me twice to say, shut up. So sorry. All day, the UN debate, all day. What's question 1? This is a good question. Very good question. What is the most common parkrun finishing time? Is it 25, 26, 27, or 28 minutes? What's the most common finishing time at parkrun? 25, 26, 27, or 28 minutes? Doesn't it, Wendy? It does sound fabulous. Yes, she should be representing Eswatini. She was given the option, though, of Russia and Yemen. She decided against Russia, something to do with the veto. Don't know why, but thank you, Steve. Yes, she should be representing. I mean, she had the whole world to pick from. I would say Eswatini, absolutely. Can't wait to go to Eswatini. I've now got a thing for Eswatini. So question 1, what was the most common parkrun finishing time? Question 2, how many times would a 20-minute parkrunner pass a 60-minute parkrunner on a 5-lap course? Good luck with that, everyone. That makes my brain hurt just reading it out. So I'm going to read it out just one more time because my little brain hurts when I do this. You ready, Mary? Can you tell if my brain hurts in the next 5 seconds? Okay. How many times would a 20-minute parkrunner pass a 60-minute parkrunner on a 5-lap course?
No.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly when my brain hurt. So we're going to move on. Good luck. Don't guess. Oh, hang on. 2, 3, 4, or 5 are the options. 2, 3, 4, or 5. And the question was from Kieran in Marley Parkrun in Ireland. Blame him. Question 3. How many parkrunners have recorded over 100 not parkruns? That's great. Not parkrun started in sort of July-ish, Russ? July-ish? July-ish.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. So they've only been a bit more than 100 days. But how many not parkrunners have recorded over 100 not parkruns? What are you doing?
It's just not
No.
plugged in.
Thank you. Computer was not properly plugged in. Mary has rectified it. Your options for question 3 are 0, 143, 261, or 349. It's not 0. It's not 0. That would be a depressing question for Christmas time. I'll give you another clue. Or a little clue. I'm going to give you a little clue. You have to sort of know how my brain works, which you would do a little bit if you've been a quiz regular. If I'd set this question, I would have made it. And in fact, the person who set it was Kevin Tomkinson in Bruton Parkrun. So thank you, Kevin. Good question. Kevin and my brains work similarly. That's what I'm saying. Vis-a-vis the answers. Because if the answer was for... No, I'm not going to go any further than that. Question 4. That's where I'm going to go. Is question 4. What is the most amount of times one person has volunteered as a marshal? People on Facebook, please stop putting the answers in the comments because you're meant to be filling it out and it gives people a bit of a, well, it doesn't matter, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So people on Facebook, if you're on Facebook Live and you're new to the Parkrun quiz, please, I mean, we don't really mind because you might be wrong, obviously, but please don't put your answers in. So let's say, for example, how many times would a 20-minute parkrunner pass that one? So Stuart, Andy, and Ian, all of them have it wrong. You all have it wrong. Wendy, probably not. Thank you for enjoying the parkrun quiz. When parkrun restarts, can we still have a quiz at a different time? Probably not. Probably you'll find us at an actual parkrun at this sort of time. Maybe at a different, maybe. Actually, because I enjoy the parkrun quiz too. What is the most amount of times one person has volunteered as a marshal? This is extraordinary. And again, this is Ian's question, but again, Ian's learning. You're learning, Ian. Morning, Ian. Is it 189, 289, 489, or 589? Can you imagine marshalling 589 times? That would be, I'm trying to work out how many years worth of Saturdays. Like over a decade's worth of Saturdays as a marshal. Cool. If it is 589, which it might not be.
But remember, there's juniors too.
And there's juniors too. And there's juniors too. Of course, there's juniors too. So it might be juniors too. Well, it will be juniors too.
Could be.
Right. Question 5. Moving on. I'm confusing myself. Question 5. Parkrun Germany celebrates its first, no, not its first anniversary. It's something's anniversary this weekend. But what anniversary? How old is Parkrun Germany? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Yeah, maybe. Oh, well done, Erica. I love marshalling a lot as well. Cheering, encouragement, high fives. Maybe an annual parkrun quiz, says Katie. Yeah, maybe an annual Christmas parkrun quiz.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. Once parkrun restarts, maybe we'll do that. And then we'll definitely do that.
As long as Katie promises to help with the questions.
Yes, Katie, you have to do the questions. Is that right, Katie? Please. Sorry, Sarah. Sarah's cross with me for giving clues. Sarah, that is sort of what I do. Anyway, I'll do the first 5 questions again, and I will give no clues. This is just for you, Sarah. I'm going to give no clues. Just to warn you, when I get asked not to give clues, a little bit of my brain gives more clues. What is the most common finishing time at parkrun? Is it 25, 26, 27, or 28 minutes? That was question 1. Question 2, how many times would a 20-minute parkrunner pass a 60-minute parkrunner on a 5-lap course? Says my brain. Just reading it out. I don't even have to work it out. How many parkrunners have recorded over 100 not parkruns? That was question 3. Oh, Katie's going to do the questions for us for a Christmas quiz annually. Excellent, Katie. We're holding you to that. Katie Jones, 9:13 a.m. Yay and yes. Happy emoji. That is a contract in law. That on the screen there is a contract in law, Katie. You can't go back on that.
We've got
not after the emoji.
360 witnesses.
Yeah, exactly. What's the most amount of times one person has volunteered as a marshal? And Parkrun Germany celebrates its anniversary today. How old is it? Was question 5. Okay. Round 2. Are you ready? The 38th Parkrun quiz. Current affairs round. I much prefer, can I just say, I don't know about anyone else, but I much prefer the current affairs, the last sort of 4 or 5 weeks where we've had current affairs, than the Parkrun names, which I thought was getting tired. Actually, I thought it was getting tired quite a long time before we retired it. Question 6. Elves have been invading shelves around the world this week, but which parkrun is located closest to Lapland? No, it's another Russian one. Bad Parkrun, Festningen Parkrun, Parkrun Shuvalovsky Park, or Tampere Parkrun? Which of those is located closest to Lapland? We don't do Elf on the Shelf in our family. Don't really know anything about it. I know that the elves are naughty, aren't they? And they do something really naughty every day. Do you know about Elf on the Shelf? No, you wouldn't, because we don't do it in our house.
Mm.
I'm sort of all right with that. I'm sort of right. Not that I disapprove of naughtiness. I very much approve of naughtiness. But I get up early enough anyway. If I had to worry about, anyway, fine. Question 2, Maury's head still hurts. So does mine. You have to think about something else, Maury. What I'd do is I just move on. I'd guess and move on.
That's for you.
Oh, this is lovely. I've got a little card. I'll show you later, but it says for Daddy inside. Question 7. Are you ready for question 7, everyone? What is the most popular name among first name amongst park runners? Is it Lewis, Hamilton, George, or Russell? Sort of sound like the bingos, the Beatles, don't they? But it's not. It's Formula One drivers. Which of these is the most popular first name amongst park runners? Lewis, Hamilton, George, or Russell? All right. Formula One fans know exactly why that question is there. Non-Formula One fans, I'm going to make this not boring. Ready? I'm going to be not boring for the next 20 seconds. We're going to find out this weekend how good Lewis Hamilton really is at driving, because he's not competing in Bahrain because he tested positive for coronavirus. Get well soon, Lewis. Maybe Lewis is playing along. He's got nothing else to do. And George Russell, who's never scored so much as a Formula One point in 2 years in a different team, in a slower car at Williams, is now in Lewis's car. So how much is the car? How much is Lewis? We find out this weekend in Bahrain. Which is great, actually. It's a really good reason to watch the Grand Prix.
I think it's Lewis, for what it's worth.
I think it might be the car, for what it's worth. I mean, no, it's definitely Lewis. It's definitely Lewis. Lewis is almost certainly the best driver in the world, but he does have the best car in the world. And George Russell was quick. No, this is where we start getting boring, but he was quickest yesterday, George Russell, out of everybody.
Yeah, but doesn't he have a very similar car to his co-driver?
George Russell?
His teammate. Who, sorry?
Well, he does have a very similar car to his teammate, and he's out-qualified him every time.
But for years, like whoever his teammate's been, he's always been better.
Oh, Lewis, yes. I'm talking about George Russell, yes.
Yeah.
No, Lewis Hamilton is definitely better than Valtteri Bottas, and was mostly better than Nico Rosberg, apart from when he wasn't. So we'll find out this weekend. We're going to move on. We are now being boring, but we can discuss this afterwards. When we press end transmission, we'll carry on discussing. You see, the Formula One season is finished, and suddenly it's gone really interesting. Sorry, Lorraine. Although you posting that twice. Oh, no, you only posted it once. That's all right. Question 8. I think I did was I started it by being not boring, and then we lapsed into boring, but I blame Russ a bit for that. Question 8. Those over 80 will be amongst the first to be given the COVID-19 vaccine. Oh, yeah, vaccines start next week. How many parkruns have been completed by over 80s? Well done, Ian. Again. 76, 763, 7,630, or 76,301. How many parkruns have been completed by the over 80s? Oh, well done, Mary. Mary's got a treat for us.
That was Mummy.
Question 9. What is that emoji? Oh, Formula One cars. I thought they were little dog poos, if I'm honest. Yeah, don't you think they look a little bit like dog poos?
No. Of course I don't.
I don't know whether that's a compliment, Lucy, or not. I'm just going to ignore it. How many park runners are there with the surname Winter? How many park runners are there with the surname Winter? Of course, we're officially in winter.
That was my
180, 1,807, 18,070, and 180,707. How many parkrunners are there with the surname Winter? Yes, Russ.
Do you think the football writer Henry Winter has done a parkrun?
I would imagine so. Don't see
Yeah.
why not.
Could be one.
So at least one. In fact, at least 180.
I don't know any other Winters.
Erica, it means both events. Erica, it means both events. And Denise, no, but it just looked a little bit, well, no, the opposite of ill, actually. I think your dog's ill if the dog poo looks like that little sort of emoji mound of poo. Yeah.
I really need your help.
Right, sorry, Mary really needs my help. Stand by, everyone. Yes?
You need to do a little hole in that.
No, I can't do a little hole in that. What am I meant to do? Where? Oh, yeah, fine. Sorry, I'd like to do a little hole.
Underneath.
Question 10.
Yeah.
How many park runs have taken place whilst it's snowing? And how come you keep records of that, Parkrun HQ people?
We keep records of everything.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, next week, how many park runs have taken place whilst it's raining? But just for this week, how many park runs have taken place whilst it's snowing? Rod for your own back there, Ian. People need to know how many park runs have taken place in the rain and in the wind, over 20 miles an hour. Anyway, how many park runs have taken place whilst it's snowing? 884, 844, 8,444. Quick recap of yes, thank you, Lucy. I don't know why no Matthew today. He is up. He did say he'd come in, and then he hasn't. Never mind. Question 6. Elves have been invading shelves around the world this week, but which parkrun is located closest to Lapland? Question 7. Which of these is the most popular first name amongst parkrunners? Question 8. How many parkruns have been completed by those over 80? Question 9. How many parkrunners are there with the surname Winter? I've just remembered that my daughter's doing her UN thing upstairs, so my voice has become quieter again. And question 10. How many parkruns have taken place whilst it's snowing? And how come you know, more importantly? Yes, well played, Denise. Denise, I've marshalled in the snow, stood on cardboard. That's a good tip, by the way, and did 5,000 steps, keeping warm, marshalling in the snow. Has anyone not got their Christmas Day decorations up yet? We did do ours. Actually, we didn't do it on Saturday because Mary had a bit of an accident, but we did do it on Sunday.
That's in the world, not just the UK. Question 10.
Yeah, no, obviously in the world, because there's that park. The best fact out of any question that we've ever had on this quiz was quite early on, which was what Saturday had the biggest temperature difference between two park runs. One of them was in like South Africa or Australia, and one of them was in Siberia. And it was extraordinary. In fact, we might have that question again. Ian, can we have that question again next week, please? Right, true or false? Are we ready? Round 3, true or false? We're skipping through this week. Parkrun events have restarted this morning in South Australia. South Australia was the last state or territory in Australia to get a parkrun. That's not restart, that's get a parkrun. Is that true or false? Thank you. I've got a necklace, as you can see. Thanks to my daughter, Mary. Okay, South Australia was the last state or territory in Australia to get a parkrun. Is that true or false? Question 12. I'm now getting a shoulder rub, which is very nice. More people have logged a not parkrun than have logged a regular parkrun in Germany. True or false? I'll give you a second for question 12. Let question 12 land for you, and then we'll move on to question 13. Come and sit in my lap. Question 13. Over 100 people took part in the first park run outside of the UK. True or false? First parkrun outside of the UK was in maybe Zimbabwe or maybe Denmark. Something like that.
I'm not going to help.
You're not going to help. Anyway, did over 100 people take part? Yes or no? Over 250 people. Question 14, have joined the 250 club this year. True or false? More than 250 people have joined the 250 club this year. Haven't been many parkruns this year, have they? In the scheme of things. Sarah, what are you waiting for? Get your decorations up. Sarah says she doesn't have any decorations up yet. Get them up.
Good.
What do you mean it was less of a joke last week? I thought it was more of a joke last week. This week, we're sort of quite serious. I thought this is a parkrun quiz with a serious sort of twist, slant. Question 15. We're nearly finished anyway, Rob. We're nearly finished. Walt Disney. Hang on, Mary. Can we just do the last question, then I'll look. Walt Disney was born on this day in 1901. There are over 1,901 parkrunners registered with the first name Walter. True or false? Caroline, who's married to me, her previous boyfriend before me was called Walter, and he was unbelievably rich. And somehow, for some reason, and I think she probably regrets that most days, she chose me. Walt Disney was born on this day in 1901. There are over 1,901 parkrunners registered with the first name Walter. True or false? I wonder how many. Anyway. We're going to do the true or false, and then we're going to go through the answers. Parkrun events have restarted this morning in South Australia. South Australia was the last state or territory in Australia to get a parkrun. True or false? Originally not restarting. Question 12. More people have logged a not parkrun than have logged a regular parkrun in Germany. True or false? I think we're going to do a dive. We'll do a dive before question 13. Mary, come here. What do you mean what? What do you think?
I didn't get hurt.
I know you didn't get hurt, but that was more by luck than judgment. And given the state of your lip and the stitches in it, I think please no jumping. Okay? Thank you. Question 13. Over 100 people took part in the first parkrun outside of the UK. True or false?
I'm still jumping.
Question 14. We're getting some results. 8s and 5, Christopher. 5. Yes, you were resoundingly poo. Over 250 people have joined the 250 club this year. True or false? And question 15. Walt Disney was born on this day in 1901. Are there over 1901 parkrunners registered with the first name Walter? 7, 9. 9 is the best I've seen. 4 for Red Hot Barry. Let's have it. 10. 10, Ian.
Oh, well done. Bring him in. We're just doing the results.
We're doing the results. Hello. Hi, girls. Florence and Matilda. Florence and Matilda. You come a quizzing today. Hello. How are you two?
Say hi to Vassos.
Morning.
Say hi to Mary.
Say hi to Mary. Mary. Come say this, Florence.
Daddy, come in.
I made up a song for you girls as well. I mean, it wasn't great, but, giving it a go.
Tough crowd over here.
Now, wave so that the camera can see you. So you were waving off. She was waving off camera. Hang on, I'll help.
Can you wave to Mary?
No?
Look, we've only got that little bit of screen.
We've got a little bit. We've got some. Do you want to tell us about your toys? Are they cats? Did I see it? Did I notice a cat? A cat with a halo. Elephants, obviously elephants. Sorry, obviously elephants. Should we have a look at the scores?
Yeah.
Pascal says clueless something. It's just gone. Hang on. I'm going to scroll back up to Pascal's. It was clueless deluxe. I quite like that. A 12 again this week. PB for Willie. You see, it wasn't that hard. Spend the whole time trying to work out the 5-lap question. Okay, well, Susie, what did you get? Susie Brent, very close to Susie Dent from Dictionary Corner, but then that wouldn't help with maths, would it? 10 out of 15, some pretty good ones. Andrew got the maths one right. Susie, what did you get for the maths one? Tell you the answer. I'll tell you the answer. I'll tell you, Susie, the answer to that one first, so you can quickly change it. It was 3. Steve letting the Eswatini side down. Why do I suddenly like people pretending to be an Eswatini? What's happened to me this week? Like I've had a, like, what is it called when you change your entire brain? A lobotomy. Is that it? Might not be it.
Yeah.
She got
It is, isn't it?
Well done.
Maybe
Right.
maybe you've relaxed a little bit. You've become more accepting of it. It's a fight you can't win.
I don't think I like the new me. I think I prefer the me that disapproves of the Eswatini thing. So I'm going to work on it. I might see a few therapists, and next week I'll be really cross with people who are pretending to be an Eswatini or from Eswatini. I think Mary does have a story this week, David, to answer your question.
We need answers.
But we need answers first. And here they come. What's the most, this I think is an interesting question. What's the most interesting question? What's the most common finishing time at a park run? Question 1. The answer was 27 minutes. How many times would a 20-minute park runner pass a 60-minute park runner on a 5-lap course? The reason it hurts my brain is that I know everybody knows you can get that right if you really try, if you properly get stuck in, but you sort of don't want to. Question 3. How many park runners have recorded over 100 not park runs? It was the biggest one. It was 349. Because that makes it sound bigger to make it the biggest one. It's like the showbiz way of doing things. Question 4. What's the most amount of times one person has volunteered as a marshal? Again, 589. The biggest one. And Parkrun Germany celebrates its anniversary this weekend. How old is it? How old is Parkrun Germany? 3. Oh dear Denise, 1 per round. Is that like 3 out of 15? It's terrible. And you were regular as well. Current affairs. Which parkrun is located closest to Lapland? It's Tampere Parkrun, which I don't know where that is. Plus to you? Finland. Which of these is the most popular first name amongst parkrunners? Lewis, Hamilton, George, or Russell? I'd have probably gone for Russell, but it's George. Those over 80 getting the vaccine next week. How many parkruns have been completed by the over 80s? This is great. Great fact coming up. 76,301 parkruns have been completed by the over 80s. And they necessarily have to be 5K parkruns because over 80s do not qualify for junior parkrun. How many parkrunners are there with a surname Winter? 1,807. How many parkruns have taken place whilst it's snowing? 844. Ian, you are amazing. I don't know if this is true, but I don't really care. Only 8 parkruns took place with continuous wind of over 20 miles an hour, but 1,931 with wind gusting over 20 miles an hour. Don't believe that actually, because I think all parkruns in the Falkland Islands are over 20 mile an hour wind. I think that's probably right. So I think he was making it up. How could you, Ian, on this quiz where we never get anything wrong? Parkrun events have restarted this morning in South Australia. South Australia was the last Australian territory to get a parkrun. That's false. The last one, in fact, was, it probably says it here somewhere, but I just can't access it on an iPad.
Northern Territory.
Northern Territory.
Yeah.
More people have logged a not parkrun than have logged a regular parkrun in Germany. That's false. Do you have the numbers, Russ?
554 not parkrunners, 20,523 parkrunners.
Brilliant. 20,000 Germans have done a parkrun. That's brilliant. I would have thought half that. Great. Over 100 people took part in the first parkrun outside of the UK. That is false. How many people did, and where was it?
It was you were right with your kind of 50-50. It was Rolf Valley in Zimbabwe, September 2007. It was 16. 16
people took part. Over 250 people joined the 250 club this year. That is remarkably true.
Yeah.
How many?
1,099 have.
1,099 people have joined the 250 club this year. That's extraordinary.
But of course, some people are stuck on 249 or 248, 245.
Yeah, loads of people are still stuck, I suppose. And Walt Disney was born on this day in 1901. There are over 1901 parkrunners called Walter. No, there aren't. There are how many? I'm going to guess. I'm going to say there are only 160 Walters.
727.
There are 700. and 27 Walters. Right, there we go. There's the answers. That's the quiz. Much quicker this week. Actually, not much quicker. How do we not be much quicker? I've got this necklace, which I've just been given. So I think this is part of the story, is it?
Yeah,
It's a Christmas tree.
pop out.
Pop out Christmas tree necklace. Which is quite cool, isn't it? I'll wear that today, definitely, when we go to the shops. That'd be nice. And all yours. The stage is yours. Do you want to tell people what it is? You can tell people.
It's a rainbow heart.
Do you want to practice? Because we have a very important nativity, and you've got, Mary, a very important part in the nativity. Who are you?
Mary.
Mary's Mary in the nativity. Of course she is. For Daddy. It's a picture. It's a picture this week, not a story. And it's actually only for me. Get off, everyone. It's mine. In my condition, with Hammersmith Bridge closed. That's one of our lines. Right, cheerio, everybody. Have a lovely rest of Saturday, rest of the weekend. We'll be back with the 39th. Of course we will. Great big parkrun quiz next Saturday morning. Mary's getting a bit needy, as you can probably tell. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.